I'm Chrissy. Um, Hi, how's it going? How you doing? I'm just going to do a live about executive dysfunction. It's just something I live with, and I've been living with it for all my life, but I just learned what it is um, recently, like within the last few months or so. Excuse me. I'm not used to, still not used to doing the lives on the YouTube app a la occasion. But if you're watching this, make sure to boost my content, hey? Um, Boost my content and like this shit and share it even if you want. Um, but yeah, in the meantime, I'm just gonna be rambling and pretending I know what I know what I'm talking about. Even though obviously, as you'll see, I don't. Just kidding. Um, but yeah, I self-medicate a lot. I always have and I always will. Um, but mostly I just do these lives. I for the connections that I make. I opened a TikTok account maybe a year ago, and I acquired a modest little following, and then I invited everybody over to Facebook so they can watch me do lives there, because TikTok you can't smoke weed. You'll get a community guidelines violation with it, which is, you know, kind of stupid, but at the same time it makes sense, right? It's a Chinese application, and we know how strict the Chinese government is about like every fucking thing. So, but anywho, executive dysfunction is can be really relentless. And what it is we have, our brains have trouble executing tasks, no matter how small they are, or how everyday they are, how basic they are. Our brain will literally stop us from being able to do that. Thank you for the like and the follow, I think, or, but thank you. Um, when I get up to 1,000 followers, then I'll have like more access. If I get up to 1,000 followers, I'll have more access to all the different features that the live feature offers. But yeah, I've had a little bout of executive dysfunction, and I'm going on about my third or fourth day with it. Um, I'm trying to give myself permission to feel that executive dysfunction, to not do anything and to be okay with it, and not sit there and criticize myself or overanalyze it or think about what I should be doing, or feel guilty for not being super productive. Um, and I'm learning like how many myths there are out there, right? Like the myth of catching up with housework. It's an everyday fucking thing. It's like we're never gonna catch up with it. If it was possible to catch up with housework, everybody would be moms. Because the rewards are fucking fascinating and fantastic, and yeah. But the rewards of being a single mom are pretty awesome. Because I don't have to run things by another adult. I'm the shot caller in this house. I make the rules in this house. This is my household. Um, I am the range boss. but but yeah, been going on about my third or fourth day. My first 2 days were super exhausting because I just spent the whole 2 days going in circles, thinking and talking about the things that I should be doing, and then instead of just going, well, this is executive dysfunction and it's legitimate and it's valid, and um, other people, it's hard to get other people to believe in that, to take you seriously with when you struggle with this executive dysfunction, let alone, I mean, it's already hard for us to get other people to understand it, but what's the point when we don't even understand it ourselves? Like, when I can't even give myself permission to like experience executive dysfunction and not be hard on myself. Like, if I'm experiencing executive dysfunction, like, why don't I just pamper myself? Well, one reason I don't is because I'm fucking broke. And another reason I don't pamper myself right now, like soak in the tub and all that, is because I don't even have the whatchamacallit, the motivation or the, even really the desire to do anything like that. Maybe it'll happen later on, I don't know. But right now I know that I'm getting zero housework done. My kids have to fend for themselves as far as food goes, but we have more than that they can cook for themselves. If they choose to starve, then I guess that's up to them. It's not going to kill them to make themselves a meal. Holy, I gained and lost a follower all in 7 minutes. I'll be an uncle's monkey. But yeah, my kids are all teenagers. They're big girls. They can cook for themselves. I'm not asking for their kidneys. I'm just asking that they just throw some hash browns in a pan, cook them up, and then feed themselves. It'll be easier later on, when they when my new stove gets here. That way we can cook things right in our new stove, because we got a bunch of stuff in the freezer that we can cook, but we need a fucking oven to cook it, and my oven just fucking quit working about a week ago. So I was trying to make some edibles, and when they came out, I was like, or when I was decarbing them, I could hardly smell. Like, you recognize kind of the scent after you can, like, it has a scent to it when you decarboxylate your wheat. This didn't, and I thought, well, maybe it's just the type of weed I'm using, whatever. So then I tried to put my edible in there. I put it in, mixed it in with my edible, put that in the, was gonna put that in there, and it came out and it was just so wrong. But that went, and then same with my little tiny imitation air fryer, went at the same time. So not only do we not have means to cook a lot of the food that we have in our freezer and our cupboard, but on top of my executive dysfunction, but now my kids won't fucking cook for themselves, and it's just like, I'm just existing these days because that's what my brain will let me do as a mother. Executive dysfunction as a mother is fucking brutal. Executive dysfunction, even for people that aren't parents, is brutal. It's just fucking brutal. Because as a parent, we carry that guilt for not being, not being on top of our game, taking care of our kids and all that. And then for non-parents, well, they just turn all that guilt inward. Because then they say, well, I don't have any kids or anything. I should be up. I should be doing stuff. It's like, well, not really. Not if you have executive dysfunction. You shouldn't be. Executive dysfunction is very real and a very valid and a legitimate symptom of either being neurodivergent or or having CPTSD. It's not enough people know about it, and then that word lazy gets thrown around like it's nothing, but that word lazy is a very traumatizing word. Sometimes people don't do something because they don't want to do it, they're too tired to do it, they're emotionally drained, they're going through something. There's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of reasons for people not doing things. And there's so much of it that we don't understand that that word lazy is actually kind of preposterous. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's so ridiculous. Because I know a lot of people would come here and call me lazy, and it's just like, I'm not. I don't want to be. I like being productive. I love being productive. It feels good to be productive. If I could just make up my mind right now and be productive, I would have fucking did that a long fucking time ago. So when people call us lazy based on something we have no control over, it's harmful. It hurts us. We think it doesn't, or we try to laugh it off or whatever, but hearing it repeatedly, that's fucking traumatizing. You know, especially if you don't understand yourself, why, or don't even have the first clue about what CPTSD is, and you live with it. It's gonna be hella traumatizing. But ooh, oops. But I'm gonna fucking sesh. And when I sesh for a long time. Needless to say, I have a high tolerance. Oops. I'm not an amateur. But I'm just a regular person that likes to smoke weed a lot. And I'm gonna go to my other live, I think, on the Facebook application. It's been good. I still know, I still have to get used to looking over here to be looking at the camera. It's fucking weird. But yeah, I'm gonna go over there. Peace out. Thanks for listening. If you're still here, thanks for listening. You rock. And thanks for your patience with me. Okay, bye.